everyone, Arlynn here. Welcome back to my Country Craft Corner. How in the world are you guys doing today? It is so good to see you again, and thank you so much for stopping back by to see what I'm up to. And I'm up to my next episode in my 2018 Christmas Decor series. Again, I have no idea what episode I've made it to, but here we go. I'm still trudging along over here, still getting myself decorated. But today I'm coming to you with my Then Sings My Soul lantern. And I know y'all know which lantern I'm talking about. It sits right here by my stove all through the year. Well, it has since I got it, in the fall. So I got this lantern from Kirkland's, but I really hesitate to tell you guys to go and order it. It probably still is available. I'm not even going to give you guys a link. If you really want it, go to your Kirkland store and take a look for it, but I highly recommend that you do not order this online. A bunch of people did a while back and they came broken over and over again. Kirkland's was really good about it, but everybody, pretty much everybody who ordered them, got them. When they got them, they were broken. So I'm not going to recommend that you buy this one online. But it is a gorgeous lantern and it makes up so pretty, and that's what I'm going to be working on today. I'm going to be turning this lantern into a Then Sings My Soul Christmas lantern. I am so excited to do this. I love working with this lantern, and I love working with this. It's not a deep red, it's kind of a pinky red, you know, so it's kind of not burgundy and not bright red, but it's somewhere in between. So it's a bit of a challenge, you know, to find ribbons that match and accent pieces that match. But I think I've got a pretty, again, eclectic selection of things here. And well, before I yammer on, let me turn my camera around, and we're going to do a 16 loop funky bow topper for this one. Not a swag, but a topper. And yes, we're going to have a funky bow tutorial in this one, a 16 loop funky bow. All right, I'll be right back when I get my camera turned around and pointed in a direction where you guys can watch me work. Come on along with me, and we're gonna have some fun today creating a pretty funky bow topper. Be right back. Okie dokie, you guys, here we are, and here's this lantern. Listen to me. Okie dokie, guys, here we are back, and here's the lantern that I've been referring to, and you can see why I call it the Then Sings My Soul lantern. Stacy, my beautiful cousin, made me this with her Cricut, and I just love it, and I will never part with this lantern. This lantern, as long as it lasts, will be with me, and part of Stacy, sorry, is with me. I don't see enough of that girl, you know? Gosh, I do love her so much. I love my family so much. Anyway, so this is what I had in here for the fall, and I'd actually made this up. I didn't make it up when I made this for fall. I made this up to go to the Salvation Army shindig, and it looks like I attached this to this candle holder because I knew I would have to be going in and out of this lantern a lot that day to turn on and off the candle. So, and I didn't want the batteries to die on me. So let me unfurl this thing, and I'll be right back, and I'll show you what I'm going to make for it this time around. All right, I got that all unfurled. Now let me change the batteries in this candle. Oh, I don't have to, it's still working. All right, does it have a timer? Hang on, I put another candle in here. Okay, there we go. All right, now I am going to use some of this same Pipberry garland that I used to do my 3-tiered tray here. And I'm going to make myself a candle ring to go around this candle. Actually, I'm going to make it big enough. So I think I'm going to attach it again, just like I did what I just unfurled. That really worked out well. So and I'm just kind of eyeballing this, to be honest. And this might stay in through the winter months, so I'm just gonna, go ahead and make it up pretty here. I don't need all of that. I am gonna go ahead and overlap it a little bit. Get all the Pipberries standing out of my way there. And see how big I need it. I would say right about there will be fine. I'm going to take a tie wrap, and I'm going to just tie the tie wrap right around the stems of the Pipberry, and we will have ourselves a pretty candle ring. Well, it would help. I think I will take a couple of tie wraps and just tie this right on to this candle ring, and that's going to keep it right in place, and then the Pipberries are going to cover up the tie wraps. But I'll be able to move it around and it won't move and fall off on me. And of course I just fluff it around, and I don't think I'm going to put any florals. I don't think I'm putting any florals in any of this except for maybe these poinsettias, but I don't think we need florals inside because I want the bow to speak for itself. So there we go. Isn't that cute? Just a little Pipberry flower ring. Easy peasy, you guys. Anybody could make that. Anybody. And I'm just gonna pick the front here. I'm gonna use that as the front. Make sure it's all like nice and fluffed out. Big and pretty. Fluff, fluff, fluff the Pipberries. Fluffing is half the battle in crafting, you guys. Go ahead and tilt this. Put in there. Slide that. Here we go. I think that looks pretty. The inside is done very subtly, not necessarily screaming Christmas, but it sure is pretty, and it's going to match what I'm going to be doing here. So next I want to make my bow. So like I said, it's going to be a 16 loop funky bow. Lord willing anyway. I'll tell you the truth. I'm going to try, went and got some more of this caging, this chicken wire, and I'm going to try to use it. Now whether I'm going to be able to muscle 4 loops of this into the bow, that's remains to be seen, and y'all are going to be right here with me as I try. But I think with this shining in the back of the bow, it would be really pretty. So I'm going to try it. But I'm going to cut these are the other 3 ribbons that I have. This one just says joy. And then I've got, I think Kim really likes this. I think that's one of her favorites, and I have some too, with a little snowflake on it in kind of the cranberry-ish color. All of this is kind of the cranberry. And then I am going to put a little bit of the cardinal and burlap ribbon in this one. But I thought, see the snow in the cardinal? I just think this as a background in this bow will be really pretty. So I am going to cut 24 strips of this, goodness help me, in 20-inch strips, and then I'm going to cut the rest of these in 26-inch strips because I want the tails to be a little longer on them. So let me go ahead and get my cutting done, and then I'll come back and we're going to put this bow together. We'll see. Okay, I have to use my snippers to cut this. So let me do that. These are going to be 4 strips at 20, and I'm going to do each of these 4 strips at 26. All right, I'll be back when I'm done cutting. If you guys do happen to go and get some of this from Hobby Lobby, do be aware that the reds are subtly different. I don't know whether you can tell that. This is what I used on my little tree over there. It is more of a true red. This one is more of a burgundy red. I know it has a lot of flocking on there, but can you see the difference? So be careful when you go to buy this. You might get home and it might be something different than what you were going for. I did want to point that out to you though, so be very careful. Set them there. So, all right, I am using the more burgundy one for this purpose. Okay, so here I have 4 at 20 with the chicken wire is what I call it, and then 4 of each of the others at 26 inches. In effect, I'm just going to fold them all completely in half, find 5 inches on my board, pinch it at 5 inches, and we're going to go from there. We're going to go all the way through the pattern once with the loop, my thumb, think of my thumb as center, with the loop pointing up from my thumb, up from center. And then the next time we go through the pattern, we're going to point the loop down from center, then the next time up, then the next time down. Okay? So let's get started. We'll start with the joy. Joy to the world, the Lord has come. 5 inches, pinch, and twist. I'm probably going to have to move pretty quick on this one, you guys, once I get to this chicken wire, because it is thick and hard to handle. So that's why I tried to give you a bit of a explanation up front here, because I have a devil of a time holding it in my hand. Okay, straight in half, find 5 inches, pinch together, pull that loop forward. I always try to pull that loop forward and then twist that back tail forward so that all of your tails, at least to begin with, are moving in the same direction. All right, here we go. You know what I should have done, and what I'm going to go ahead and do now is I'm going to go ahead and find my 5 inches on this and pinch them together right now, because the more ribbon I get in my hand, the less I'm going to be able to pinch. See that? See how hard that is? So I'm going to go ahead and do that with all of these. Okie dokie, there we go. Now I'm going to add it in right at that 5-inch point. And I'm going to let that stay in kind of the back of the bow because that's kind of where I want those to be. All right. Now I've got flocking all over the place. I should have sprayed these with Aquanet. I didn't even think about that. Here we go. Next time through, we're going to point down from center. I kind of want my joys to be at least going in the same direction. So I am going to turn it that way so that at least the joys, the written joy on the ribbon there, is headed in the same direction each time. And twist. And cardinals. Again, I might have to turn them and tweak them a little bit to make sure they're going to go in the right direction. I'm going to turn this way. Snowflakes, it doesn't matter. Okay, now now is when it's going to get harder for me. My hand is only so big, you know, and again, I'm going to let that sit kind of in the back of the bow like that. All right. 2 more times through. This time I'm going up from center. Pain is real, you guys. In my left hand, this one, it is hurting. Yes, yes it is. Okay. Now, hopefully I'm gonna have room in my hand to hold all of this. I don't know. Again, in the back. Oh my gracious. Oh, yeah, that's right. I wanted to go. Sorry. The pain is making me lose my brain. Again, I want that joy going in the same direction. Three more. Can she do it? One more. Wow. Oh, all right. Get myself a pipe cleaner. Ah. Lay it beside your thumb and pull the bottom around the bottom and the top around the top. Whoop. Use the hand that you're holding the bow shut with as resistance. And get these fingers up as close to the back of the bow as you can. Squeeze that bow with this one especially with your left hand, and twist. Woo, buddy. I'm gonna twist this a lot because I don't want it to come apart. Woo. Alrighty. Before I start fluffing, I need a drink. Okay, now, let me see what I have here. You can see I'm moving the chicken wire where I want it. And I've lost one of them. I know I have 4. There it is. I kind of want it flat on the back. And then pull it up. I probably need to get this on the lantern before I do too much more fluffing with these ribbons. Now that I have the chicken wire kind of in the back. So let me cut a piece of this ribbon, a long piece. I usually cut it about 60 inches long, just so I have enough to, so that I can tie it on the lantern without worrying about running out of ribbon. And I use these bows from year to year to year. Okay, phew. first thing I want to do though, before I do this, remember these bells that I got? Let me pull my, there we go. All right, massive bow. Pull this over here. Remember these that I got from And That? I think they're gonna fit right over the top here. So there we go. Aren't they cute? Of course, they'll probably be more to the side. We'll see. Okay, now I want to kind of fold this in half and find the center. That's not really that important. Turn the bow over and snug this right side down into the back of the bow. And I am going to leave my pipe cleaner long because I very well might want to someday come back and add something else to this. Okay, so here we go. This is the front of the lantern. This is obviously going to be able to be twisted around and moved at will, I think, once I get this on. Now, this is important. You want to snug, you want to really yank on this ribbon. And you want to pull this bow as close to the lantern as you can, because you want to be able to manipulate that bow. And you don't want to worry about it slipping and sliding and moving around on you. So make sure you have it centered and then really pull it tight. And that way you can really yank on it and pull it where you want it to go. Then I just take the left tail and wrap the right tail around it. This is one side of ribbon, so I need to twist it and make a pretty bow in the back. Now this is going to be sitting up against my counter, so I don't really have to worry about the back of it, but you know, I do try to make the back a little bit pretty too. And sometimes the tails kind of come back in and mingle in anyway. But there we go, little square bow. Okay, and I dovetail, and the way I dovetail is I fold it in half and I cut up from the edge. A lot of people cut down from the fold. It gives you the same result, whichever way you do it. Just my way, you gotta be careful not to cut yourself. I've done that, and some of you guys have told me that you've done that, so be careful. Turn this around. And I'm going to do some fluffing. So I'll probably put you into a little bit of fast motion here, just because I don't want you to be bored silly. And I don't want this to be a 500-minute long video. So let me do some fluffing, and you'll see this bow come together a lot quicker than I will. Be right back. Okay, you guys, that's pretty good for right now. You can really, when you look at it from here and there, this chicken wire just catches the light, just here and there. It's not a loud voice, if you will, in this bow, but it is there, it's present, it's helping to bump it up, it's helping to fluff it up even bigger, if that's possible, than these funky bows can get. So I think it's beautiful. Okay. Now, what do I want to add to this bow? Well, I was thinking that I would put one of these pretty poinsettias down here and one up here. And then fill it in. Then I've got a little Santa Claus over here, but let me get these on because I know for sure I want these on. You know what else this chicken wire does? Is it provides me a really cool place to tie on this flower, tying it right to the chicken wire. Okay. Okay. And again, I might need to come back in here and trim up some of these tails. Other one go right up there. Looking pretty good. Now, I have two more elements that I'd really like to add to this bow, and that is this little joy plaque and this little Santa Claus. Let me look here. He can go right there. I'm not sure how I'm going to get him on here, so maybe the chicken wire will work again. Put two little slits in his back. And I'm going to put it through the polyfill. There we go. If there is a will, guys, there is a way, and I'm going to find it. And I'm going to put him right again into this chicken wire. This stuff's coming in handy. He is not going anywhere. Guess what? There's some chicken wire ribbon back there. Hang on, let me see. I might have to glue it a little bit. My goodness, you guys, I don't even know. I was going to put some pip berries in it, but I don't know that it needs it. I'm going to have to do some tweaking to these flowers. They're a little crazy. Kind of whimsical and different. Very, very different. I don't think you're going to see this in any of the stores. I love it. I really love it. Now let me see, I was gonna see. I think some would look pretty in there, but Sam has got to go out, so I will be back. Okey-dokey. Sorry about that. Mr. needed to go out, and I needed to let him out. So let me see if I can pull in some pip berries into the mix here. Putting this through the chicken wire, so I need to put a little bit of glue on this before I put it in there. Got my hot glue gun plugged in. I don't care how careful you are, the glue gun is going to get you. My finger protectors would not have helped me there. Got me right there. Oh, stupid glue gun. Okay, anyway. Continue on here. Let it dry. I've got some more here. Notice I am cutting, by the way, I am cutting this pip berry. You can see they have each individual stalk of pip berries. See that? That's 3 different stalks of pip berries there. So when I cut them, I make sure that I don't cut the little stalk like that. I cut, you know, beside it so that they stay kind of coiled together in one little grouping. And that also gives me something to glue to the bow. Some more down here. Man, it's only hurting in one spot though, 2 spots. I'm pretty grateful for that. Bless their hearts, at the Salvation Army, I burnt myself really bad, as a matter of fact. And this sweet lady, here she came running with a cup of water. I was so grateful to her. Oh my goodness, you guys. I'm gonna have to bend this one a little bit. I don't want to cut it. Actually, maybe I'll twist it around this little thing. I was like, thank you so much. I'm trying not to cry. It hurts so bad. Okay, this I'm going to have to hold for a minute, I think. Oh my, here we go. I don't have a way to get my gun up there. All right, say a prayer. I'm going to have to hold that one for a minute. That dry. And I'll tell you what, I will, you know what I'm doing. I'm going to put this one more little tuft in somewhere probably. And then wait till it dries and fluff it up, and then I'll come back for some final words. Hey everybody, I'm back with this finished lantern. Oh my goodness, I'm really happy with how it turned out, you guys. The chicken wire kind of blended in with the bow, but it provided me a lot of little access points, you know, a lot of little places to use my tie wraps and tie things on, which was great. I still had to use my share of glue. My finger hurts, but oh well. I'll live. As I once said before, it's not the first time I've burned myself, and I'm sure it won't be the last. But let me bring this up a little closer to you because I can lift this one and let you see a little closer. And of course I'll take pictures of it, get it into place over there on the counter. But there's little Santa nestled in there. So I'm really happy with it, you guys. Very, very happy with it. And I think it'll blend in really nicely over there with that picture in the background. Can you see, oh, there, that picture, and I have some bells hanging on the side of the picture, and then Maria's little, she sent me the wooden spoons in the painted mason jar. That's gonna sit there too, it's beautiful. So that whole little grouping over there is all about the same hue, about the same color. As I explained before, and as you guys can see, I'm all over the place as far as the red palette goes. I'm in the burgundies, I'm in the reds, I'm in kind of the pinky reds. And it's all blending together beautifully so far. You know, I'm very happy with it. I still have the desk, the hutch, the corner cabinet, and the table to do. And anyway, my goal was to be completely done by Thanksgiving, so that my dad can see everything. Now you guys might not see all the videos before Thanksgiving, but I'm hoping to be done by Decor except for outside, you know, because that challenge is the Wednesday after Thanksgiving. So, but I would like my dad to see the house all done, and I got a long way to go, so I'm working hard here. But anyway, I hope that those of you who are struggling and suffering with a catastrophic illness, I hope that you have someone there with you, spending their days with you, taking care of you, helping you get through each day, making the very best out of each day. I hope there's nothing weighing on your minds or your hearts, pulling your attention away from where you want it to be or where it should be. I love y'all to bits, to bits, to bits, hugs all around, and I do keep you in my thoughts and prayers every single day. And remember, in crafting, there are no mistakes, only unique creations. And with all that said, I'll just say, until next time, y'all take good care. Bye-bye.